We do have some updates from the doctor, and this is where we are right now. I'm so happy to see you guys because, as you know, last week was a week. We got some really bad news. So if you guys did not see my last video, go ahead and check that out. Oh my God, I am so excited to show you guys this S+S Superfood Cleanser. Look at this. I eat clean, I'm super careful of what I put into my body. And now I have found this superfood facial cleanser, you guys. That is natural and contains aloe vera juice, turmeric, matcha, and more. It is like a smoothie for your face. I've just been looking for more natural products, truthfully. It keeps my skin so clean. Honestly, I just put more because it's so good for your skin. It doesn't contain parabens or sulfates, and as you can see, it doesn't have a huge foam, which is good because chemicals cause, you know, the foaming agent, but it still clears out all of your sebum, your oil buildup. Oh my gosh, I love it. So since the turmeric brightens, this is going to help even out your skin tone. It's also suitable for oily skin, acne prone skin. I will have this link below. Right now you can get 40% off because it's newly just launched. So if you want to get away from the harmful chemicals like I do, girl, this is a really good start. Okay, next. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, we are here. I am loving my new makeup setup. For my skin, does it not look so good and just radiant? I did my skincare a few hours ago and it is just glowing. And before I go to my hair appointment, you guys know I like to do an oil treatment, but girl, I ran out of my Moroccan oil and I saw this is Space's beard and hair oil. We got this from the beauty supply, and girl, this stuff is the bomb. It has my hair so moisturized. So that's where we're starting. I kind of want to do a full face today, girl. I told you it is fall. I am ready to get into the fall look. So I'm just gonna start with my Smashbox Minimize Pores Primer. This is the best primer. It's super thick and it just fills in your pores and gives you that filter in real life. I have been wanting to do the cancer update for you guys. For one, I have to start by saying thank you for all of your love and support, messages, advice, encouragement, prayers. So many of you guys prayed for us and for Space, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I honestly was not expecting that. I just do these vlogs and I've always been super open with you guys with everything, and I just thought, you know, it was just going to be another one of those things where I just update you on what's going on in my life. You guys just embraced us and supported us, and you guys were crying with us, and it was just amazing, and it really just made me feel like I'm not going through this alone. So many of you reached out on Instagram, on so many different platforms, and it did take me a few days, but I did end up getting back to everybody. So I did talk to Space and, you know, kind of was able to see what he's comfortable with me saying or not saying. You guys know I'm an open book, but you know, this isn't his platform and not everyone is like that, and that is totally okay. So we do have some updates from the doctor, and this is where we are right now. So for one, let's start with what his cancer could be. He had symptoms like I told you, and his symptoms have been going on for a few years, and you know, he just thought it was aging. Now, one of the symptoms were fatigue, but because he has restless leg syndrome, he doesn't get the best night's sleep. So I just thought, oh, he's sleeping, he has to take a nap every single day, sometimes twice a day, because he doesn't get good rest at night. That's what I wrote it off as, but no. This is like full-blown fatigue now that I'm looking at it. And I remember having fatigue when I had breast implant illness. And fatigue and being tired or sleeping normally are two different things. If you have to take a nap every single day, and if you're not getting up at like 5, 6 a.m., you know what I mean? If you have to take a nap before doing any type of activity, that's fatigue. Like, I never take a nap. I never sleep in the daytime anymore now that I remove my implant. So that was one of the symptoms. The next symptom is that his joints and hips are really hurting bad to the point where he can't really dance anymore, and he can't even work out. He can't squat. He almost is always in pain even getting out of the bed. He thought that that was just from aging, and I remember when I had implant illness, I had issues with my joints and I couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs. And he also was having groin pain, so that's why he thought this could be, oh, another symptom. You guys, he goes to the restroom so many times in a day. His body is not holding any of the water or liquids that he's supplying his body with. So that is why he thought, could this be prostate related? Oh, and also to his weight gain, he gained so much weight out of nowhere. So that's when he went to his doctor for prostate. He told his doctor his symptoms, and his doctor was concerned and said, you know, with everything you're saying, I am concerned about this. So that's when they ran the test, and it came back that it was not his prostate. Shockingly, his results showed that there were very high levels of calcium and protein in his body. And the doctor said, so you're cleared for prostate. This is not a prostate issue, but I am very concerned with these levels of calcium and protein. And he said, with the two of these together, this is looking like it could be cancer of the thyroid. And we couldn't believe it. The crazy part, like I told you guys, his mom had this same exact diagnosis a few years ago. She went to get her ultrasound, which will be the next step. She did have to have her thyroid, or part of her thyroid, removed. I'm not sure which one it is, because these polyps grow on the thyroid, and then your thyroid is not able to function properly, and your thyroid is responsible for a lot of functions in your body. And if you don't know, your thyroid is right here. It's like a butterfly shaped organ that lays right here. Oh, and another symptom he had profuse sweating. Like, he would always sweat on his forehead, like even if it's not hot. Like, we have to keep the apartment so cold, you guys. Like, I have gotten sick a few times. It always has to be so cold for him because he gets really hot. So then at that point, his doctor said, okay, now that we know it could be your thyroid, let me just go. Oh, and then Space said, you know, my mom had that same exact thing. And then he said, okay, well, let's go back. I have to run one more test, you know, to be able to properly diagnose you and to say for sure. So that is when you guys saw me in the car in the last video. Now, Space was doing a lot better because his doctor gave him a steroid. It's a non-hormone steroid, so it's not like steroids that they take for like performance and like, you know, in the gym and stuff. It's a different type of steroid, and that took his inflammation completely down. And come to find out, you know, the reason he's having all these issues is due largely to the inflammation. And that's the issue I had as well. Any cancer, any disease is going to start as inflammation, okay? That's how you know something is wrong. So he was doing good, but oh yeah, remember I told you he was on a medicine that lowered his immune system, and then Space got sick. Well, now, so you can only take that medicine for up to a month, but his doctor only wanted to refill it once, because it's really not good for you. But he wanted to just kind of see like, okay, is this relieving your symptoms, to like point them in the right direction? And it did. So now, unfortunately, Space is off of that medicine and his symptoms are right back again. It's just so horrible. Well, we got the results back. we were really nervous. He went into the doctor and he said, okay, well, there's actually something that is throwing off your diagnosis a little bit. And that was that there was another level in his body that was completely normal. And he said, there's no way that this level would be completely normal if it's the thyroid diagnosis. But there is still high levels of calcium and protein in his body. So he said, I cannot diagnose you with the thyroid issue quite yet. What I'm gonna do is put you on this medicine for a week, and we're gonna see if we can get your calcium levels down. And then in a month, we're going to have to do a CAT scan, and then he will be able to see what it is. So right now where we're at, we're trying to just clean up Space's diet, making sure he's hydrating a lot. His doctor said drink lots of water. I have a Thyroid Master natural medicine that I have that I've been having him take. There's another one that I just got, uric acid reducer. That's what gout is. You have too much uric acid in your body. So since he has that swelling in his joints and inflammation, I'm like, could it be the uric acid? So just having him take that, which also too, that's a lot of people who say, oh my gosh, my joints, and I'm peeing a lot 20 times a day. Oh my God, this helped me so much, etc. So we're just gonna see on that, because he finished his medicine that his doctor gave him and nothing changed. So I'm like, okay, well, for these 30 days, let's see if we can naturally get these levels down. But Space, you know, he doesn't take his medicine like how I do, you guys. So I've really been having to be on him, and he just, I don't know, he just kind of wants to just wait and see in the 30 days, and I'm just like, dude, you don't want to wait and see in 30 days. You want to try to get this under control, because the issue is that he would have to get his thyroid removed if there's polyps on it, and at his age, you do not want to remove a major functioning organ of your body, because from what I've read, pretty much everyone who got that done, you have to be on medicine for the rest of your life. And I'm just like, that's just not a life you want to live. So let's just try to, you know, figure this out. And especially too, I think because he saw that his mom's went really well and she's doing great, that he feels like, you know, the same's going to happen to him. And you know, I just don't want him to have these false hopes where that doesn't happen to him and it's a whole different life and story, because, you know, he's just ready to get his life back and to take this pain away and stuff, which I totally understand. So I think he's more open to doing the surgery route, which for me, it's like at an all costs avoid that route. So but you know, I told him all of my concerns, and I told him, you know, all the things like, hey, this is what could happen. And my thing is, you know, just letting people choose after they have all of the facts and after they have all of the research and probability. So, you know, if that's what he chooses to do, then that's just fine. I am always for people making their own decisions. All I can do is just try to help and give you my expertise, what I know. I wish he would stay diligent on the things that I give him, because I know how to lower your inflammation. That's easy for me. But he's not like being consistent with taking the stuff, and we only have a limited time. Because I'm with you guys, you know, you guys were saying go the natural route, and you guys already know that, because I just never want to be the type to be on medication like for my entire life and stuff. Because you know, I grew up with my grandpa and other family members, and I know what that looks like when you get older, like, and that's just not a life that you want to live. So the positive thing is that his doctor said, you know, I can't diagnose you right now with that, but what this could be as well is because you're much younger than your mom, the doctor said, you know, this could be what it's leading to. That was, you know, good news for us as well, because it's like, okay, we came in soon enough to where we can try to reverse this and prevent it. So I'm not the type to like worried the whole time, like up until that 30 days. I'm always a positive person and positive thinker, and your mind has a lot to do with it as well. So I'm going to wait to kind of worry about this in 30 days, and you know, we'll just have to take it one step at a time. That's all we can do. It's really unfortunate, but I'm really happy he caught this early. So this is your sign, you guys. Go into your doctor, because one thing too that you may not realize is that all you have to do is get your labs drawn and your doctor can see what's wrong with you. You know what I mean? So just go in, schedule an appointment, schedule a yearly checkup, or if it's been more than a year, you know, go in and just say, hey, I just want to get a physical. I want to get my labs drawn, and I just want to make sure all of my levels are healthy and normal. He also was able to see, you know, that his blood pressure is slightly raised as well, which isn't a good thing. So, you know, we have some work to do. Go and get your health checked. Make sure you're staying up on your health. It's super important. Unfortunately, he's just uncomfortable again. He's complaining every day and every night about his joints again. Oh, so what is going on with his joints is that, oh my gosh, so this is like the scary part about it. The reason he has high levels of calcium in his body is because what he has sucks out the calcium out of your bones, you guys. Yes, and gives you a lot of pain, kind of like osteoporosis, and that's why he is complaining about his joints, and that's why he's feeling like an old man. So you should not have high amounts of calcium in your blood and in your system. It should be obviously in your bones. That's why he's in pain there. And we're gonna see, we forgot to ask when we were there, but we're gonna see if we're able to get him on a calcium supplement to be able to put that calcium back into his bones, or if, you know, we're not able to do that, because that would just be an overload of calcium in the bloodstream as well. So we're going to see. Oh my gosh, so then guess what other news we got today? So one of our friends, remember Sophie, who's the doctor who lives here, and her husband Anthony. Sophie specializes in the study of the thyroid, you guys. Yes, we literally just found this out because Sophie, she had to move to Louisiana for her job. And so she's out there right now, but Anthony still lives out here and he goes back and forth. So we're still friends with Anthony. Oh my God, and we're actually working on a project with Anthony. He does coding and he works with AI. And you guys, we're doing something with that. So, oh my gosh, I haven't even been able to talk about that because, you know, I've been telling you guys about my vitamin line. So we were so happy to hear that. So she's going to be scheduling an appointment with her. Oh, and Sophie helped me out, you guys. When my doctor didn't know what was wrong with me, Sophie actually took a look at me. She did a physical exam here at our house. She checked everything. She looked at my blood work and my labs, and she was able to find some things that my doctor did not point out to me. It really helped me, and I was just so happy about that. So we are confident that Sophie is going to help us out. Thank you so much for your love and support. Oh, and then unfortunately, we got news yesterday that my aunt passed away. My great aunt, my grandpa's baby sister. And it's so crazy because she was on my mind heavy for about the past 3 months, because you know, cottagecore is coming up, and like the East Coast, like Shore, Maine, Massachusetts, Nantucket, Hamptons, like aesthetic girlies, and that's just becoming, you know, so cool and interesting. And I was like, oh my gosh, my Aunt Vera and Uncle Earl live out there in Massachusetts, and I want to go visit and just see that whole other side over there, which is just so interesting. They lived there like for years, and she's actually the one that my grandpa, he actually gave her his college scholarship, you guys, instead of going to college himself. and she went and used it, and she went to college, and she ended up becoming really successful and living an amazing life. That is just so crazy to me. And my grandpa ended up going to the army, moving to Colorado, and he actually helped build the Air Force base out there in Colorado Springs too. So they would come down and visit us, you guys. They would drive all the way down to Denver, and it was just such amazing, special memories. And I was just getting a little emotional thinking about it today, because you know, that was like old school at this point. That was before technology and phones and computers. And you know, I was just thinking, when they would come visit, you know, that's back when you would be sitting in your living room, getting dressed to go to the living room and just talk and converse and play games and just, you know, reminisce on memories and watch TV and cook. So oh my gosh, we're really gonna miss Aunt Vera. And her and my grandpa were two peas in a pod, okay? So I'm really sad about that. So I reached out to her daughter just to see if we could get an address to send something, you know, for our condolences. So I just did that. So yeah, you guys, that's kind of where everything is at today. But you know, you just gotta keep pushing and take everything one step at a time. So I'm gonna finish up my makeup, and then honestly, you guys, I think I'm going to end this video once I'm done with my makeup, and then gonna pick up on the weekend vlog, because it is Halloween weekend and it is going to be fun. We're going partying and everything. So I'm just gonna finish my makeup. Okay, you guys, here is the finished look. Ooh, I am loving it. It's natural, but it's still like a light beige, and there's still some color, but it's still neutral. For the lip, this is the KKW 2.5 nude. Looks like that. Ooh, so so pretty. I did the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, and then I went over it with one of my favorite lip liners that are so understated, the Il Makiage lip liner in brown. Nice deep dark brown. And I'm doing matte today. I'm not gonna put any gloss on there because I just wanted it to be just a high fashion matte moment. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching, tuning in, supporting through everything. Like I said, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna start the new vlog. Let me know if you guys like this more laid back style where I kind of can talk to you guys, update you, or you know, do a story time in the first half and then just kind of finish it on my own, kind of with some relaxing music, because I know you guys love my vibe in these videos with the music. Or if you guys actually would want me to say, okay, next I'm using this, now I'm using this, and just talking about the products and the new things that I love. So let me know. Okay, you guys, thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week.